Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be doing a slightly different video. This is kind of one of my interests. I think it's just slightly different. Hopefully it'll appeal to a lot of different people. And for you guys that, have watched my Reddit videos and stuff, don't worry, they'll still be coming at a reasonably rapid rate here. This is just me trying something different. Always very interested in like the mythical, supernatural monsters and stuff. So yeah, we'll get right into the video. So basically, this video is going to be on Oni, um, Japanese spirit, uh, supernatural creature, demon, ogre, troll in Japanese mythology. They're often depicted in hulking, horned humanoids, with sharp claws, wild hair, and vivid skin colors, like red, blue, or green. Mostly carry large iron clubs, in traditional folklore and tales, even though in some of the images I've got here and things I'll be showing, they've got swords and stuff. That's because of traditional Japanese folklore. No, not folklore, that's because of the different interpretations of the images. Very interesting, generally associated with violence, chaos, and malevolence, though not always purely evil. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be on. I'm going to go through the origin and then kind of the different types, because I found it very interesting. But yeah, we'll get into it. The word Oni is believed to have come from the Chinese character, can't say it, but I'll put it up on the screen for you guys, and I'll maybe even get a little voice thing to say it from here. So,
Gui,
which originally referred to the soul of a dead or invisible spirit. Over time, its meaning has evolved in Japanese culture. An early influence, the Chinese influence on this type of legend here, it was similar to Chinese ghosts or spirit. As Buddhism kind of spread to Japan, that's what I said weird there, to Japan, the concept of hell, or forgive me here if I pronounce this badly. Once again, maybe put a little clip of somebody else saying it, but Jigoku and punishing demons also influenced how Oni were viewed. Native Shinto beliefs, as spirits called kami in Shinto could both be benevolent and malevolent. Some evil or vengeful kami were thought to transform into Oni. So really, the start of Oni in folklore, they started to really appear in medieval Japanese tales, especially in, once again, I do apologize, I do not mean to offend anybody here, but Heian or Kamakura periods, which is from 794 to 1333, often represented natural disasters, diseases, or punishment from the gods, which is very interesting, especially, just because of how they're depicted. And well, it does kind of make sense because there's a very striking resemblance to what if we were to draw demons nowadays, they're similar. The only thing is, of course, they've got longer hair and longer horns, and they've got their own specific way of looking, but they are very similar. So yes, I do kind of find that interesting of how all of that can be transferred across cultures. Definitely, you wouldn't want to come across one of them. I'll tell you that much. You wouldn't want to. If you saw one, realize, oh my god, yeah. But yes, I think, yeah, they're really, really cool looking. I'll be showing you some pictures here of kind of mock-ups of what they would look like. Yes, I did use AI here to kind of generate kind of some images, very hard to get images here of some of these, especially some of the more obscure ones. But hopefully, I think they do a good job of kind of depicting what they look like, and hopefully it'll be a good visual here aid as I'm talking about the different qualities of them here. So yes, I think there's one of them here has a few characters and stuff that may be a little bit out of place, but other than that, I think good depiction. So yeah, we'll get right into the different types of Oni. Okay, so the different types of Oni can be kind of categorized into kind of the following, saying that it's very wide range in terms of the different ones. There's not really specific. They're not always into very specific ones like, oh, they're this color. This, even though generally we've got a few here like red and blue, but other than that, it's very hard to kind of pin down the exact context of the exact different types. So, but we'll try to go with the broader type of um, archetypes of them, if you will. Yeah, we'll get into it. So the first one here is the Red Oni. Kind of Aka Oni, as they're otherwise known, typically symbolizes violence, anger, or chaos. I think, I know it's not really related to the kind of, but I think they are sick looking if you can look at this image I have on screen here. Fantastic. Yeah, often paired with blue Oni in folktales. In some stories, the red Oni is wild and aggressive, yet can also be loyal or kind-hearted when reformed. So that's nice. I'm only giving a little tiny little but yes, very interesting. Blue Oni, also known as like Owl Oni, more calm, logical, or cruel, depending on the version. Sometimes represents intellect versus brute force, in contrast to Red Oni, which is pure aggression, essentially, which it kind of goes well with how we interpret colors nowadays in terms of red meaning aggression and blue meaning kind of calm and using your intelligence. In fact, even kind of when we see red, our psychological response is to feel automatically more aggressive and not be on that side of our brain. So yes, no, it's very interesting that even back then they're kind of using red and blue kind of symbolize, aggression or more calm and collected, or in fact, sometimes more cruel. So the third type is Oni of Hell, or Jigoku no Oni. These serve King Enma, ruler of the underworld. They torture sinners in various Buddhist hells, often appear in religious art and Buddhist storytelling. So once again, I've got a picture up on screen, and yeah, it's kind of, let's say, very hard to get pictures of some of these. I've kind of took the best kind of rendition that I could get. I think it looks really good, but yes, as far as they go, it's kind of very interesting that there's definitely a lot of overlap between different religions and things when you kind of see here that these torture sinners in Buddhist religions. Yeah, very interesting. So our next type here is female Oni. So either, I'm going to really mess this up once again, Kijo or Onibaba. These are women who became Oni due to intense jealousy, rage, or sorrow. A famous one is the Onibaba of Aditi Gahara, a demon witch who eats travelers. Yes, that is definitely quite the thing. Female Oni are tragic, terrifying, symbolizing emotional extremes. So they kind of keep to the archetypes of general, males. Kind of they're less emotional, and yes, the male ones are more in terms of war and other emotions. But yes, female ones are mostly emotional in terms of, yes, jealousy and all of that. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. But of course, yeah, a demon witch who eats travelers, that's definitely quite interesting. Um, I wonder, is that still a thing that goes on? I'm sure if you guys want me to make little extra videos on some of these, I definitely can. This is just kind of a general overview and a video that I kind of want to make just because I do find it very interesting. But we'll get on to the next one, which is a castle Oni or a war Oni. These are said to live in mountains or fortresses, and they appear in stories. Well, there's a lot of these ones. Once again, just in case I'm saying it wrong, please don't take it personally. Stories like Shuten Doji, a powerful Oni leader slain by Minamoto no Raikou describe only leading bands of demons or raiding villages. So basically, this supposed to be like a leader of the Oni. That would kind of do all that. That's definitely very interesting. Who would have thought that there's so many different types? I suppose. I know there's been different versions, potentially like Wind Oni that you kind of see in video games and things. But in terms of stories and stuff, not very many of them appear. I have looked into them, but I didn't want to include them just because they're very more so to newer media. That's why they're not included in this video. But yeah, it's a great thing. They're definitely a very interesting character. And then even when what kind of brought this up was kind of playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. They're saying the fight like Oni, and I remember Ghost of Tsushima as well. There's some samurai that were thought to be Oni just by the way they dressed and how they moved and their fighting styles and stuff, which is definitely very interesting. And you know, that's kind of how some of these stories kind of came about. Of course, it came about for different things like punishment as well, but yes, definitely perpetuated whenever some of them went out of the way to dress like that with their masks and things. So yeah, that is kind of how the different types and things go. Really, the symbolism of Oni, they're complex figures that really represent like punishment and justice. They're torturers of hell, chaos and misfortune as well. They're blamed for plagues and famines, you know, kind of harbingers. And then some of them are also kind of guardians. They're used to protect temples. They were protectors against evil. For example, in Setsubon, a spring festival where people throw beans to drive out the Oni. And then also they're represented, you know, by inner demons. So metaphors for personal struggles or emotional turmoil. So definitely they're complex characters. Very interesting kind of how we can relate to them nowadays and relate them to other religions, definitely. So yeah, that's kind of a little short overview of Oni in general, guys. If you want me to do any more on this type of thing, I think I'll be doing some more mythological creatures and other things like that. I just find it very interesting. Once again, if you're kind of one of my Reddit viewers, well, I'll be doing some of them too. I'll have to intersperse them. This kind of will have a little mishmash. I think we'll have some more of these, and then might even do some Scooby-Doo content if you guys like that, just because it brings me back to my childhood and makes me feel good. Hopefully it will for you guys too. But yeah, I'll be doing more Reddit videos and stuff as well, so yeah, stay tuned for all that. Absolutely subscribe for more. But absolutely love you did. And yeah, like and comment on what you want to see more of, guys. And I will see you in the next video. I love you guys as always. Thank you for watching to the end. You are my heroes. Thank you. See you later.